It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Set, ready. And read. Right there in the middle. 55. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Tight, don't screen. Check the backer. Check 50. Check 50. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Out of the gun, Brissett. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hey, Charlie. 58 Mike.
Fitzpatrick now after the fumble recovery. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
General West. Strong. Yeah.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And now look at him go. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Fitzpatrick. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. To try again after the sack. Fitzpatrick. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. He's got it to Williams. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Fitzpatrick. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Fitzpatrick now looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run with Balaj. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
At the 13-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check it out, check it out. Shift, watch the shift. Shift. Hustle. Go. Let's go. Ready, go.
Here's Brissett.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'm not so crazy about where they decided to run that play, but I like the play itself because if you continue to run it and show it, you're going to create openings that you hope to exploit later in the game.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53. Wait. Let's go. Wait. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, 2. There you go. Get down. Get down. Get down. 53.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Fitzpatrick to throw it. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
You. Joker.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Matt. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go. Watch twist.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And he stopped immediately there. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the... A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else. Be warned, he's coming for you.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the 40-yard line.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
34. Regular. Go!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Fitzpatrick. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, Wood. Just like that. Hey, Mike 50.
First down, Fitzpatrick. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage, 74 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off. Not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I don't want to sound old or anything here, partner, but I remember the days in this situation where you just put the ball in the hands of a running back. Now, it could be anyone carrying the football to try and pick up a first down or a touchdown.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The tackle made back at the 48.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Bobby McCain on the tackle. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They just get the play off. Now Brissett. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Aqib Talib, the veteran Pro Bowler, there to get a hand in, knock it away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Record. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Here we go, Here I come.
4th down, Brissett. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Jim, go Jim.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. It's Williams on the catch. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
16 yards.
Bravo.
First down, Miami.
Fitzpatrick on first down. Being chased out left. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Justin Houston getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick looking for his running back, and he's got it. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
61, matchbox light.
They'll run here with Balaj. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey, switch gears. Hey, color. Check 26. 6-6. Pull it high. Feel it. Hey, orbit. Yeah.
2nd and 5 now. Fitzpatrick steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was looking for Parker that time, and now it's 2nd down.
52 and 56. Watch it. X3. 218. Chop. Hey. Mike 50. Hey, Echo. Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. There you go. Get down, get down, get down.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker there to make the grab. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Mack on the draw play. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Brissett sets to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 42. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Under 10, under 10.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Brissett looks to throw. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Flush to his right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. On the ball. Check the ball.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Brissett into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Brissett going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Set, 180. 50 to Mike. I'm coming. Alert, alert, alert.
Following the interception, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 14 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week. But here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there. Got nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And nearly a touchdown. Stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D lineman, you play the run. Linebacker.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
53, check 53. Check.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
The 4th ball carrier. The tackle by Darius Randall.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brissett, he's got it to Hilton. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And it's a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Landry again the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 66 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Watch twist.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And Pascal's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. On first down, Mack. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Brissett taken in by the tight end Doyle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 38 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Mayfield on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
A 38-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. To 17. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon, his 2nd sack of the night. They're going to try and throw. And he's got Rodgers. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Brissett now. Rodgers brings it in. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Watch your slack, watch your slack. Watch your slack.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. The Browns drive about to get started. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10, 39-yard
Mike's
line.
50, Mike's 50. Tackles, tackles.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. 2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. He was looking for Landry that time. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the set. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Fights him off. Does the big boy have the juice? So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big.